Yo, what up? It's your boy Tyler Golem here with another video, and it is day 10 of the Mega Rising set, and we are on our little journey today, going through the many 3 packs of Mega Rising. We're going to go ahead and get started with promos. As you can see here, we are looking for Raichu EX. It looks like there's only 1 day left before the end of the promo series, so it's going to be a little bit stressful, right? Because we did everything we could, I feel, to get all of the promos that we needed. Unfortunately, it is very difficult, as you can see, to obtain every single promo max flared. That being said, I'm hoping that in the future they will allow retroactively the flaring of promo A cards. However, it is unclear what the disposition is or when that update will be rolled out. We know for a fact that they're planning on doing this for the A set in general, the non-promo A set, but it remains to be unclear whether they will allow the auto flaring or, capability of not requiring duplicate burning to be applied to promo A cards. So with that in mind, we are going to be just doing our due diligence here, opening up as many promo A packs as possible, spending a lot of Pokegold, no doubt, but just trying to see if we can open some EX cards. Now, we have pretty much all of them for, even Blissey. We have, unfortunately, we didn't get any today. We will continue trying, but we have everything except for really the full arts. I have Geibel, so let me just show you real quick here. We've got Ending Soon. Lapras, we have Cresselia. Geibel, we have fully max flared. Necrozma, we have fully max flared. Blissey and Raichu we are working on. Zoroark, Sweets Relay, and Alolan Ninetales, as well as Palmot. I only have 2 copies of each card. I'm probably going to end up just sticking to that number because, as I mentioned before, it was very difficult for me to kind of force my way through as many copies as possible of, especially the Palmot, I would say. The Palmot was very, very difficult. But as we move forward here, we're going to go ahead and get started with the official main attraction. Let me just see if there's anything Wonder Picky here. I'll take a look at these Wonder Picks later. I don't think there's anything too crazy. Usually the really nice ones are in the front. But as I mentioned today, it is day number 10, and we will have enough pack points by the end today to exchange for the Lucia. And this brings me to my next conversation, which is probably what I'll title the video, and I've mentioned this phrase before, and I'm going to talk about it now. Safety, sexy. It's all about safety, folks, and if you're not safe, you're not sexy. Okay? And what do I mean by that? Well, it's true that, we have to practice internet safety. We have to practice safety with respect to our accounts, our financial assets, our identity. All of that plays a role in being safe. So let's talk about that in the context of this game, as well as in the context of the greater good, so to speak. I almost got scammed again today. I was met by someone online who added me as a friend on Discord. Very nice person at first, someone that was like a younger lady, I guess, who wanted to be friends with me as a content creator. So I wasn't sure exactly if there was a motive, but I noticed that they weren't in any of the similar Discord servers that I was in. There were no mutual servers. I asked them, how did they find me? They said, oh, they found me in some sort of directory or whatever, which I thought was a little bit peculiar, right? So it was a little peculiar that someone would find me in a directory when I shouldn't really be listed anywhere. But I still to this day, I don't know how they found me or did they discovered me. It's a little bit odd, to say the least. But nevertheless, they found me and they had a conversation with me about content creation and how they were interested in getting YouTube partnership or Twitch partnership, whatever it is. And we exchanged contacts, and they mentioned something about an organization, which I thought was a little weird. I went ahead and looked up this organization. I'm not going to give too many details about it because to be honest, I myself don't even know that much about it. As it turns out, this organization, I can't find anything about it. I ran it through my cohorts, and we've come to the conclusion that it is best to ignore this individual. It is best to kind of move forward with our lives. And it's the best thing to do sometimes is to do nothing at all, right? And I say less is more when it comes to certain parts of life and the skill sets that you might have in a particular thing. My skill set when it comes to YouTube is oftentimes to do nothing. Sometimes in life, less is more, right? So it's better to kind of keep your head down, move forward with life, than to engage or interact in risky business or interact with people that you might find to be high risk individuals. Because you never know at the end of the day who this person is or what their motives are, right? Interact with people that you trust, interact with people that show interest in you without any malicious intent. I think it's good in general in life to interact with people that you find to be good people. I really do believe that that is the way that you should, live your life. Having good friends will lead to a good support system, which will also lead to better well being in general. So that is where I stand on it. But also, how does this relate to Pokemon, right? I mentioned before a couple days ago that I almost got scammed through the Pokemon TCG Pocket app, where somebody offered a 2-to-1 trade for a professor's research. I said to myself, well, I have these cards. I could potentially trade for a professor's research. But as it turns out, this person wanted to do a 2-to-1 trade. And very quickly, I realized that the 2-to-1 trade is an example of a scam. That being that they would offer me a card that was basically trash for Osiris, and then they would promise me that they would trade the professor's research as the second trade. I asked them if they could trade the professor's research first, or that I said I would cancel the trade and see whatever would like to trade the other card, and I decided to back out. They did not deny that they were going to scam me. They didn't deny that. The next thing they said to me, which was a little bizarre, was, "Can you share any EX cards with me?" Which I thought was also a little bit peculiar, because if you're scamming me, why would I give you anything in return? Honestly. And so I went and tried to find this individual. Needless to say, they unfriended me before I could even find them in my contacts. I probably should honestly try to file a report or something for suspicious activity. I don't know if there's any way to do that on TCG Pocket. If there is, feel free to let me know in the comments. But needless to say, it is better to be safe than sorry. And sometimes it's better to not engage and kind of do nothing than to engage and do something. So as we move forward here, we are opening up primarily cards from the Altaria set with the hope that we will open a full art Lucia. We do have one copy of Lucia already from my wife, who was able to trade me for one. In response, I was able to give her a professor's research. People did ask if I gave her a second professor's research, and I did in fact give her that second professor's research. Go ahead and check out my YouTube shorts to see more information on that. And we are, we're opening up packs. I don't think that we're going to be getting anything too crazy. It seems like, from my experience and from the amount of effort that I put into opening up packs, sometimes you have good days and you have bad days. Sometimes you have good sets and you have bad sets, right? This is a particular set that I have historically been very poor opening. My luck has not been the best. And whether or not you believe in luck is one thing, but certainly with respect to opening up packs here, it is tempting because, with the new trade system and with the introduction of trading 2 stars and shinies and how, oh, nice, shiny Primarina. With respect to all of this, it is important for us to realize that scamming and fraud and toxicity on the internet and internet cyberbullying and all of that stuff becomes more and more important for us to address, to be aware of, right? You will see as I promote my videos, as I grow my channel, there will be more engagement. Maybe not now when there was only less than 1,000 subscribers. We're still in the early stages and hasn't even been a year of me playing TCG Pocket, right? So we're still very early, I would say. Our organization is small. It's a small Discord. We've got about 30 or so people that are in the Discord interacting with me. And it's there has been some activity. I'm not going to deny that there's no activity. I'm not going to be. I mean, I'm trying to be as humble as I possibly can, while also being realistic with the situation that's going on. And the situation is this: we are at over 900 subscribers. If we get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the month, there will be another $50 giveaway. I did give away the $50 gift card to the lucky winner last month, or this month, I should say. And we have every plans to do the same thing next month. But again, I like to say that it is, what's the word? Is contingent. It is contingent on us finding the 1,000 subscriber count at the end of November 2025. So that being said, as you can see here, we did get an immersive. We are working towards getting the 2-star version of Mega Altaria. I do not believe we have that yet. I do not believe we have several things in this pack. But the main thing that we are after at this point, besides the Lucia, is probably going to be the Crown Rares. As you can see here, we have reached 103,500 cards. We are at 1,000 pack points. We have only 6 more set of 10s left, so we don't have a whole lot of time. And as you know, things can get very, 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 very luck-based and can induce a little bit of stress and anxiety. But the one thing I will say about Safety Sexy and the internet and practicing safe internet habits is that you have to be, there's a skill that I like to call reading the room. And that is, when you're on these forums and on these Discords and you're looking at like whatever trading community there is, read the room. You'll see that almost all of these trading forums, they're asking for Professor's Research. They're offering maybe a Cyrus for it. They're offering maybe a Lucia for it. I was on one of these platforms just looking and seeing what the trades were, and pretty much every single person who is offering a Lucia is asking for either a Cyrus or a Professor's Research. So these are cards that have value, right? There is a little bit of value to it, and when I say value, I say that in a way that is careful mannered, because we don't want to necessarily say that these cards have monetary value. We have to be very careful with that. People are selling cards for money. People are breaking terms of service. That is a breach of terms of service, and I understand that completely. Whether other people understand it or not, it's up to them. But be safe out there, because you might not know this. I might not even not notice this. I'm sure a lot of people probably don't care or they don't bother, but I do believe, and it is my hunch, that the people involved in TCG Pocket, they are watching. They are keeping an eye and watching very carefully for suspicious activity. Ever since the 2-star thing and the Professor's Research thing, it becomes clear that people are looking. Oh, yes, oh my, ooh, I can't believe it, we got the Lucia. Oh, wow, that actually saved us a lot of time. That saved us a lot of energy. I cannot believe we actually got it. Holy cow, that was the first one good thing that ever happened opening up these packs. Because up until now, I have opened like hot garbage. But the fact that I opened up a Lucia is more than I can ask for. So honestly, the Lucia is more valuable to me than the Crown Rare. I did also post a poll a couple days ago. It's been over 24 hours, asking people, what would you rather have with 2,500 pack points? And I said, any Crown Rare. You can actually see the poll right now. It's still listed in my channel. under posts. Any crown rare, 2 Mays or 2 Lucias, and turns out a lot of people voted for 2 Mays. So it sounded like I might have made the right decision here by exchanging for 2 Mays in my last couple videos. I did make that decision, and I thought it was the right decision at the time because I thought that May was going to be a very high value card, and as it turns out, it is a very high value card. It is, however, not necessarily card advantage. Lucia is card advantage, which I think is very interesting, and I think that I'm going to be playing Lucia in future decks. I don't have necessarily a home for it yet. I think the next target for me at this point is probably going to be another flame patch. So we are going to be trying to get another flame patch in just a bit. It's going to take us time. Going to take us another couple days after today. So that's where we are. It's really good that we opened up a Lucia because that honestly speeds up the process a little bit about us trying to get the cards that we need. We've got 20 more packs left here, and we've had some interesting conversations about, you know, being safe on the internet, being safe on mobile games, and, you know, just overall practicing what you preach. You know, I think that in general, I want to be a YouTube creator that promotes healthy habits, that inspires people, that touches people's hearts. I have a mission statement, and that is to do good, to do what is morally right. I think that when it comes to video games, there can be a lot of negativity out there. There can be a lot of issues that affect mental well-being, and I would like to promote good, healthy habits. It might be difficult to see that, you know, given that video games are video games, mobile games are mobile games. Companies want to make as much money as possible. I think that, unfortunately, for better or worse, that is just something that is a fact of life. People want to make money, but people also want to have fun. People want to enjoy the money that they make. People want to have a good time. And the one thing that I will say about TCG Pocket that I enjoy is that, first of all, Pokemon is a great franchise. You know, it's a lot of fun. As controversial as anything in the world is, one thing I like about this game is that they promote friendship and social bonding, right? What do I mean by that? Well, this game favors people who have friends. The sharing feature was nice because now people who can share with other people, you know, you have more friends. It's always a good thing. But keep in mind that with every good thing, you can also see the glass as half empty. Sharing has been a little bit controversial lately because there are people who may share random cards to people, and because you can only get one card a day, you are not able to get an EX or something good if you get blocked by someone else. So that's something that I think could potentially be fixed in a future update. They may have to address that issue. But anyway, that's going to be a wrap for today. These are some things to think about, and we will definitely talk more and touch more on these topics in the future. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoy any of my content, feel free to subscribe. I upload videos every day, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace out.